Hi everyone, it's Donna from redcarpetlearning.com, and today we are talking about 3 things to do and what not to do if you're currently short-staffed. Okay, so we've been through this major shift, this major change in the world, and as a result, we are going through a collective values readjustment. Everybody is thinking about what's important to them, what kind of life they want to live, and that includes their work life. And so people are thinking, do I want to be an entrepreneur? Do I want to stay in the same career? Do I want to work less? Do I want to work more? What is it I want to do? And as a result, your staffing levels may be impacted. So I'm going to tell you the first thing not to do, or if you're doing it, to stop doing it. I've been getting out in the world a little bit more since being vaccinated. And we've been to a few restaurants, and I've just been noticing in both restaurants and some stores, these signs about like, please be kind to our staff. We're running short staff. We're doing the best we can. And that's great. I wish we all could be a little kinder to the people that we serve. That may be another video I've got coming out soon. But in addition to that, in addition to the be kind, we're running staff, there are some signs we'll take it a bit further and say, nobody wants to work, or it seems nobody wants to work anymore. And I have to tell you, if I were looking for a job and I saw that sign, I would keep walking right by. There's no way that I would apply to that particular place, and I'll tell you why. And I'm not going to pull any punches. It smacks of whining. And that's what it feels like to me when I read those signs. Wow, they're just whining. There's nothing in that sign that tells me why I should want to work for you. So I want to just encourage you. I know it's hard. I know it's challenging. You may be frustrated, all of that. Stop whining about it, because that's not what's going to attract your best employees. So let's talk about 3 things to do right now if you are short-staffed. Number 1 is change the messaging, or reimagine, revamp, revitalize the messaging that you have out there about why people should want to work for you. That's the first thing to do. And start thinking about your desired employees as customers. That's part of the thing, is nobody would ever do that when you were thinking about customers. Like, there's no way you would put a sign out there and say, please be kind to us, please be patient with us. We can't afford staff because it seems nobody wants to buy from us. Like, you would never say that, right? So just like, stop that. Start thinking of your employees as customers, and start with that in mind. So what do you think of in terms of like messaging around the customers? Well, why do I want your product or services? Like, what's in it for me? So when you think of your team or your desired team, what's in it for them? Like, why should they come to work for you, right? What is this? Is it flexible scheduling? Is it that you have like this really great workplace culture? What's the pay like? And that is important. I think we've spent many years telling ourselves that it's not important. Pay is important, but it also might be benefits like college tuition or daycare. Like, that's I think gonna be a real big one in the future if you want to have working mothers or fathers in your employ. And so and then not only that, how do they make a difference? Like, what is the thing that they are going to be doing that is bigger than your product or your service? Like, how are they contributing to making the world a better place, and how are they going to love doing that at your workplace. So start thinking about the messaging and start thinking about those future employees as future customers. What would you be writing? What would you be creating to attract your customers? Start thinking that way with your employees. Okay, that's number one. Number two is start creating a culture where people want to work. Like, instead of complaining that nobody wants to work, say, why is that? Why is it that nobody wants to work, if that's actually the case? And it's not just, a lot of times people just play, the unemployment. Well, that's not even happening as easily as it was early in the pandemic. So why are we still having this problem? Well, maybe we don't have a culture where people actually feel valued, where they feel where it's not as stressful, right? Sometimes people don't want to go because they feel like it's going to be stressful, where they feel like they're making a difference, where they feel like where they are getting paid enough so that they can feed their families without having 2 or 3 jobs. Like, what can we create in our workplace environment, in our workplace culture, that's going to attract the people we want to attract? That's the question to ask. The question is not, why does nobody want to work anymore? The question is, how do we create an environment where people are lining up to work, right? That's number 2. And number 3 is start looking somewhere different. We tend to have our go-to places to look for employees, and then we don't deviate from that. Really look for, I'm going to challenge you to write 10 new ways that you could recruit employees. It could be, maybe you're recruiting people from the same school. Start looking at the other schools in your area. Maybe you're just putting out signs or putting out online messages. Start getting, assuming that, when you're watching this, we're gathering in crowds. Start speaking. Start putting out videos specifically for those locations if you can't speak in person. Start looking at churches. Start looking at other, what about social media outlets, as opposed to just places like Indeed and other job sites. Like, I'm all for using those. I'm just saying, the more you put it out there, the more places you're looking, the more likely you're going to find people. And if you are conscious of finding people with diversity of thought, diversity of gender, diversity of race, diversity of religion, politics, whatever it is, the more variety you have in the places where you recruit, the more diverse your team is likely to be. And so those are the 3 things I want to challenge you to do. 4, actually. Number 1 is just cut the whining. It's not helping. Number 2, change your messaging. Number 3, start talking about creating a culture where people want to work. And number 4, look somewhere different. Hey, if you like that video, please hit like, hit subscribe, comment below. I want to know what you think. Why do you think people aren't coming back to work? What do you think would get people to be attracted to a specific workplace? What makes you feel valued? What are you looking for as an employee? And also, if there are videos that you want me to create related to workplace culture, customer service, employee engagement, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, stay well, stay safe, stay happy, and keep living and working the red carpet way.